you belong. Beware.
Hey everyone, Rascal here.
And Mama, welcome to our channel, Paws On Animation.
And today we're covering the Cartoon Network series Villainous.
Now this show started out as a series of shorts online that eventually exploded in popularity and resulted in a short first season, 6 episodes.
Yep.
It centers around Black Cat's organization that helps other villains in need of getting rid of pesky heroes. Yeah, pesky heroes. And to our surprise, it's a blast to watch. But
before we start, be sure to like, subscribe, and click some future podcasts and little pause videos.
And thank you so much for joining us today, subscribing, sharing videos, commenting, everything you do. We appreciate you very much. Thank you. Thank you. Thank you.
Yes.
So we learned about this show from one of our friends on X.
Yes. And might as well say YouTube as well.
Yes.
And the show has been on for years, both as the shorts and as the series. And we see it pop up all the time on there. It's one of those things that just got popular with people and our friends and like, oh, maybe we'll watch it one day. And it took us a while to actually get to the series because we had other things and it just wasn't on the radar right now. So at one point said, you know what? We're watching all these new things and testing some things out. Why don't we go ahead and add this? And then Mama actually said, I'm ready to watch this today since it's been recommended recently. It's like, all right. And then we watched the very first episode.
And we were hooked.
Yeah.
And I could not believe how much I loved it. I was so surprised.
Yeah.
Now, at first viewing for me, it reminds me of Has Been Hotel.
Yes, looking at it. And Hell of a Boss.
Yeah, it does. So for those of you not familiar with Villainous, as we weren't, or Villainous in Spanish,
right?
It's a Mexican animated TV series and web series that was previously produced by Animated Imagination Studios for Cartoon Network and 8Max until 2025, when it was mentioned that its spinoff, Villainous Ties of Thieves, will be released by Animated Imagination Studios in their YouTube channel. Now, it was created by Alan Ituriel, a veteran of the animation industry in Mexico, and it was actually based on, as we mentioned, a 2012 web series by the same name. We told you it's only 6 episodes.
Very short.
And it crosses a lot of genres: black comedy, horror, sci-fi, parody, satire, surreal comedy.
Yes.
All we gotta tell you is this: it's funny.
Yes, very, very funny. And there are times we watch things that are like, it's not as funny as I thought it would be. But when we watched this, it was hilarious. It's every episode is about 11 minutes. And I think got to 15 when it got to the 6th episode.
Yeah.
So it's pretty fast paced. It's like watching a regular show or a Gumball episode.
Yes.
And they really took advantage of the time they had and had a lot of quick-witted comedy, fast-paced comedy, tons and tons of references to other superheroes, especially Cartoon Network. Because there's one important thing we need to establish in here is that this show is connected to Cartoon Network's multiverse. So Black Cat is aware of all the villains of Cartoon Network, and according to him, he's the one that is the Thanos of Cartoon Network. He's stronger than all of them, which is actually hilarious to see because they end up having them crossover in shorter videos where they actually are terrified of him when they actually come face to face. Even Bill Gax is scared of him.
So what's amazing is you laughing at him, but he's an ancient, malevolent being of unknown origin. And you don't know what species he is.
No.
He can conjure objects at will. He shapeshifts. He teleports. He manipulates space and reality. He opens portals. So I think it's funny is they got you laughing at him, but he's a freaking threat.
Yes, he's almost invincible.
Yes.
And it's like, no wonder all the Cartoon Network villains are scared of him. He's got every power known to man.
And the episode, as we watched the first one, when they had the Scooby-Doo references, it was all over for me.
Yes.
I absolutely loved it, and I said, gotta see the rest of this now. This is great. I wish we'd known about it sooner.
Right. Well, wish we had watched it sooner.
Yes.
So, yeah. And we had seen lots of people want to see a second season, but we're not sure why. It so far hasn't gotten one. Either didn't get renewed or picked up, or Cartoon Network just, well, before they shut down, just wasn't thinking about it because it was made in another country and they were focusing on more stuff made in America. Don't know. But we were surprised to see that there was a spinoff coming that was focused a little more on the hero side of Villainous. So they're going to have a mix of heroes and villains in that series. So we're looking forward to seeing that, to see if any cameos from the other characters will appear.
Yes.
And what new characters are going to show up. Because we saw a few heroes show up near the end of the season.
And he opens portals to other Cartoon Network shows.
Yes.
And I think what I loved is the shout-outs and the references were perfect.
Yes.
And sometimes you see them, they're done so poorly in your gut. And you're going, you should have never done this. Shut up, what were you thinking of? But here, you were loving it.
Yes, they took a page from classic Disney when they would reference their own movies and have shout-outs, so they have homages, and they'll always be so creative and well executed. I do like Villainous took advantage because there was so many times we said, hey, that's this show. We saw a regular show reference. We saw a Powerpuff Girls reference. We saw a ton of Johnny Bravo references.
Yes.
So we love that they took advantage, and it's part of Cartoon Network, but it's not constantly in your face reminding you it's Cartoon Network. You just get little bits here and there that's like little reminders, hey, this is in the same universe. This unholy ancient being is part of Cartoon Network, the family channel.
Oh my gosh. And we also watched the shorts. But I have to say, I like the episodes much better.
So they got to flesh out everybody. Yes. It also has a different vibe. They leaned way more into the comedy bit with it and selling the inventions.
Yes.
I do like the series mixes the inventions, but it's mostly like, as you mentioned, Hell of a Boss, where they're hired to help a villain get rid of a hero or help other villains in need. I do like that premise a little more than the first one. They've improved on it.
And love the animation. So let's talk about the episode names and then the rest of the characters quickly.
Yes.
Episode 1, Bulldozing. Or Bulldozer. La VVV or the VVV.
Right.
Satellite Secrets or Secretos Satellites. BH's Bizarre Bad Venture.
Yes, you know the reference.
La Musculosa Malventura del H. And the Hideous Heart.
Yes.
El Corazon Cruel.
And that was probably the best episode of there. Not only because it was longer.
1 and 6. The first and the last.
Right. And I think I really like the last one because they did I guess it would be a trope. I don't know if it's a trope or not. You can tell me if it is or not. They had a legitimate threat. Not from another villain, but from a hero who was doing a villainous thing.
Yes.
So I like they kind of flipped on his head, because usually it's a villain run from a hero because they don't want to get beaten up, they don't want to get thrown in jail, they want to be defeated. But this time, Miss Heed was actually doing something villainous herself by making people fall for her, and the villains needed help of another villain. So they actually put it on his head where she was a threat to heroes and villains and taking advantage. So I love that premise, and they actually made it work instead of just going the same old route most shows do, where they give you a concept and then do nothing with it. I love that they went all the way with it.
Absolutely. So let's go through the characters and the voice actors, both Spanish and English. Black Cat is voiced by Alan Itorio himself.
Yes.
There's Dr. Kenneth Flugless, voiced by Ian Ruiz in the English TV series, Todd Sire in the English pilot shorts, and Jose Antonio Macias in Spanish. And he's nerdy, which I thought was hilarious when you're looking at him. And he's kind, but he can be violent, malicious, and cruel.
It's like, wait, which is
He's like Jimmy Olsen has an alter ego.
No.
Jekyll and Hyde.
Right.
Then you had Dementia. Yes, we laughed very hard at that.
Yes, oh gosh.
Voiced by Cindy Elise Perez in English TV series, Melanie Sims in the English pilot shorts, and Melissa Gadeon in Spanish.
Right.
And she is crazy, and she is a fan. She's like Misery. I'm your biggest fan.
Black Cat.
Yeah. Crazy.
She wants to marry him.
Yeah.
And when we saw her, all I could think of, she was like a deranged combination between Harley Quinn and Surge from the Sonic comic. Like, combine them together and you get crazy as heck.
But she has superhuman strength. She crawls on walls, and all I think is the Exorcist, and she's
Which
possessed.
is probably what they were referencing.
And she's supposed to be an experiment.
Oh gosh,
So,
it shows.
I don't know.
Some two experiments in
If
here.
you know what type of experiment and how, let us know in the comments.
Oh my gosh.
Then you have 505. I think that's how it is.
Yeah, I think it's like a play on 626.
Yes, voiced by Mark Fishbach. And he cannot be killed.
Yeah. So this cute and cuddly thing will just stay forever. Okay, it's a heck of a team.
And he has some other characters, the supporting characters: Kembot, Penumbra, or Dr. Penelope Newman Braxton, voiced by Jinan Deeb in English, and the redub pilot, Amanda Rose in the English original pilot, and Rebecca Manriquez in Spanish. And she's the villainess of Arteño City. She suffers from a skin condition that she accidentally made called Numbra Disorder that causes her to burn in daylight. Right. All I could think of is...
it was, wait, what?
Demon Slayer.
Oh, duh, yeah.
I thought of that and started laughing. I'm like, oh, no. And I don't know which was first, because the series came out in 2021.
Yeah, it took so long.
And I'm not sure when Demon Slayer's manga was written.
Right,
I don't know if they were inspired by right. And then you had Peace with Ringworm, Bicep, G-Lo, and Bulldozer.
And then they're crazy. All the heroes are loony. Like, the villain's already loony, but the heroes are somehow even loonier. And you're kind of wondering, you gotta trust the city to these people?
And we didn't say, we reminded of Tanjiro's sister.
Oh, yes,
right,
Nezuko,
who couldn't be in sunlight until later in the series.
Right.
So that's what we mean by that, in case we weren't clear.
Right.
There's a host of other characters. I mean, a ton of them, too many for us to mention and to name the voice actors, but all we can say is everyone was fantastic.
Yes.
Absolutely loved it. Absolutely thought it was fantastic. And the creator says he was inspired by Guillermo del Toro and Captain Hook and Peter Pan.
Really? That's funny. It kind of shows.
And again, it just kept reminding me of Has Been Hotel.
Yeah.
And
Hell of a Boss. Because it even looks like it's the same animation. If you didn't know better, you would say it was in the same universe. It wasn't already in Cartoon Network.
So, in other media, Black Hat makes a cameo, or made a cameo, in the OKKO Let's Be Heroes episode.
Yes.
Crossover Nexus.
Yes.
We had no idea who he was at the time.
Right.
He also was the Black Hat Magisword.
Oh, yeah.
Debuted in the Villainous short, The Lost Cases of Riboflavin. I hope that's how it's pronounced.
Oh, yeah. That's one more thing we got to mention when you can finish.
And it was a crossover with Victor and Valentino entitled Villainy in Monte Macabre.
Which was
that came out October 19, 2020.
Which is perfect since they're both Mexican shows.
And it was a backdoor pilot for the Villainous TV series.
Wow. Okay. Now, one last thing we got to mention here. We already mentioned it's a spin-off series. There's also a pseudo spin-off called Lost Cases of, you fill in the blank. And each episode takes place in a different Cartoon Network world. And it gives you basically a rundown of that particular cartoon world and then their main villain. And usually Black Hat and Flug talk about the character, their powers, who's their arch enemy, how many times they've been defeated, or how many times they've won. And at first it seems like an advertisement just for Cartoon Network shows, but as it goes on, he kind of tells you how not only can the villains be defeated in each universe, but also that he would just mop the floor with each one. Because there's sometimes they end up appearing in the episode outside the show and are visibly terrified of Black Hat because he's beyond what any of the other shows have in capabilities. Even like I said, with ones like Vilgax and Aku and these ancient beings, like somehow still Black Hat is worse than all of them and they're all scared of him. So if there was ever like in a Cartoon Network Infinity War or Endgame and you had to go against Black Hat, you don't know if the network would survive.
Definitely. And I would love if they put this on DVD. I would buy it instantly.
You get the whole thing.
Absolutely buy it instantly.
Yeah.
And in case you guys are interested, some of the characters have actual official Instagram accounts where their progress can be seen.
Oh, that's
funny. So you
funny.
can check that out as well.
So they say interactive.
Yes. So if you've seen Villainous or Villainous, the TV series, or as a web series, let us know in the comments. Did you love it as much as we do? Do you think it compares, as we mentioned, to Has Been Hotel and Hell of a Boss? The animation, does it look similar to you? Let us know what you think And if you haven't seen it, find it, watch it, come back, tell us what you think.
And if y'all want to subscribe for updates and book reviews for anime series, anime shows, and all things animation.
Absolutely. Thank you so much for joining us today. As always,
you are special. Thank you so much for watching Rascal Entertainment.
And I'm Mom Entertainment.
Have a fantastic day.
Peace.
Rivers and streams, plucking sunlight from the sky in my pocket, give it to you later on in the